All right, y'all. I am up close and personal. I am live here with you all. Y'all, my birthday is coming up. So here's what's happening tonight. I am actually on CNS Kitchens over here live. So I'm going to see if I can cook with them and cook with you. I'm trying to make it so that you all don't see the craziness in the background, but so that you see the stove right here. Now, we go live with CNS Kitchens in about 10 minutes, okay? But, I had to pop in here and give you all some of the preview of what it really looks like. So, thank you so much for being here, Team Deepwater Cultivating. I appreciate you. This is the way this is going to work. You might not see all the prep. Hopefully, you will be able to see the stove, and I'll be kind of back and forth with you all, but more so with CNS Kitchens because, T. Colin Campbell, for those of you that do not know, this is a rutabaga, by the way. I'm just going to start prepping this. For those of you that do not know, T. Colin Campbell, he wrote a book, and not just a book, but he's like an OG. He's in his 80s, right? So look his name up, T, the letter T, Colin Campbell, because everybody in their family is they're doctors. He's in his 80s. I saw this man stand up at the Virginia, one of the Virginia Veg Fest, in the sun with the suit on, and he was like 80 something at that time, 81. I can't remember. It was a couple of years ago, but my point is that he was giving a lecture, then he stood for pictures, and he was just fine. And why? Because he eats whole foods. He eats rutabagas. He has no added oils. So we're going to make super scalloped potatoes tonight, and there's not going to be any added oils because we can't add any oils because that's what makes your vessels weak, right? Even though a lot of you are like, "Ooh, olive oil is better, avocado oil is better." Let me tell you, when he was in China, the China Study is his book. If you haven't Googled it just yet, well, I've given it away. Okay. I like you to do some work on your own, but I also like to cultivate an experience. But so I'll give you the answer. The China Study is his book. And he realized that they were turning on and off cancer. But people don't like to say that, so we won't say it. We won't say it again. Right? We don't want anything to happen here. People don't believe that you can, your food really does impact your health. I know when I was born, I had good blood pressure, and it wasn't because I didn't have blood pressure pills. So you don't need blood pressure pills, y'all. That's what I'm trying to say here. That's why I'm saying that. So let's get right into it. What are we doing tonight? Well, I'm turning 50 soon and very soon. Y'all know me as Chef Laquita Marie, the nurse with the knees. That means that I got the best knees and I can just drop it and stay on camera too. You see that? And, I don't get out of breath. My knees don't hurt. They don't ache, but they used to. And it's all because I am eating all of these fruits and vegetables. Now, I live an animal free life. You can make these scalloped potatoes even if you don't have an animal free lifestyle. Okay. I'm going to tilt the camera down just a bit so you all can see a little bit of what I'm chopping here. Okay. It's the end of the day, and I was just hoping that my makeup would last. So if I don't look as cute as I usually do, don't worry about it. I'm going to for you at another time. Dang, I don't think y'all gonna see this food tonight. I think I'm gonna have to lift it up, or maybe if I back it up, yeah, you can see it that way. If I back it up, you see a lot more of the behind the scenes stuff. Y'all know I'm in a new kitchen. I just moved recently. I had to buy this house and get on with it. So I'm getting on with it, right? I'm gonna move these red lentils out of the way because this particular recipe has a lot of good things in it. Red lentils. Rutabaga is optional. Parsnips are optional. We'll take a vote and see what the people in the chat on CNS Kitchens decide. Are we using parsnips or are we using rutabaga? But it's basically a sauce that you create with garlic, onions. These red lentils, they make it super creamy. Okay. So y'all have seen red lentils before. Red lentils. And then what else? Either rutabaga or parsnips. You just want some yellow and white vegetables, and you get your flavor, you get your nutrients with the garlic and onion. But yeah, you get so many good things overall. So you all, we are just 3 or 4 minutes away from me starting with CNS Kitchen. So hey there, Urban Gardening Chronicles Wagwan. I'm trying to get an angle so that you all are not so far away but you can also see the food. Um, I might have to do it like this, and y'all just might have to see all the ugly tonight. Oh, you know what? Matter of fact, this pot is always on the stove, so don't mind it. We're not using it. Y'all know I love cooking in one pot for everything. Okay, so for these super scalloped potatoes, that's what we're doing. We have everything in one pot, and I'm trying to move you all close enough so that you can see everything, but you can also, y'all just gonna have to go to CNS Kitchens. Okay, that's it. That's it. You can hang here and chill with me. We're gonna chat up close and personal, and I'll cook over there. Y'all just aren't gonna see all the goods, but I do implore you to share this. Please share this. I'm looking for 50 birthday gifts, which means because I'm turning 50, right? Like officially turning 50. That means January 18th. So that means that if you share it out and we get 50 people on the live, awesome. That's a gift. I really want people to understand that they can enjoy fruits and vegetables. They can be delicious. There should not be a challenge with fruits and vegetables. Go for it. Get your life together. It's easy. It's delicious. You can do it. And who knew scalloped potatoes is an option for you? Okay. So let me know if the music is too loud or not loud enough. This is some music that I created myself. And y'all know nowadays you can do so many things. So remember when we found out we could edit our own videos? Remember back then in the 1900s? Y'all are old enough. Urban Gardening Chronicles, Deep Water Cultivating. Y'all are old enough. Chef Dell is old enough too, but we're not going to talk about Chef Dell because he's helping me tonight on CNS Kitchen. Hey, Wagwan, Rambo Green Hands, all the way from the UK. So good to see you tonight. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate you. And I see you're always getting your garden going there in the UK. I pray that the foxes leave you alone. I pray that the raccoons and everybody leaves Urban Gardening Chronicles alone, and she does her thing. Y'all, it's going to be a good night. Scalloped potatoes, you can't go wrong. And remember, we're making a cream sauce and we're making it all in one pot. Okay? For those people that like broccoli, we've got broccoli as an option to go into those potatoes. That way, if you want to put it into a dish and bake it, it's going to be even better. So the cooking demo is like an hour. I'm talking over here to CNS Kitchen, so most of my focus is going to be here. But y'all know I love you. You're my family, and so I appreciate the blessings, Rambo, and I appreciate you all sharing it because that's the goal tonight, right? Share it with so that we can get at least 50 people watching, and we can just from there. If you want to hop onto the CNS Kitchens live stream, then definitely follow. I think I have the link in the description where you register. It's already there because I tried to do all the things. I'm gonna hide my headset because that's not professional on camera. Look, I love broccoli as well. Let me know if y'all can still hear me okay now that I covered this. And Chef Dell, you can let me know whenever you're ready because I am watching the clock over on this side and this side. I see that we have all the things. Y'all, 1 minute. Y'all, I just want to say I'm in the shadows, so I look so sultry right now with you all. And I'm in the light over here, so I got to make sure I don't stand too close to the light because then they're gonna see like, girl, if you don't freshen up that eyeshadow or get yourself together. Anyways, back to this parsnips. We're gonna vote tonight. Are we using rutabaga? Are we using parsnips in this dish? Rutabaga is smooth. It tastes more like potatoes. It marries whatever the word is very well. They go together. Parsnips has a peppery flavor. It gets more mild when you cook it though. So we'll vote. I'm just chopping some up for now.
Quita, I'm going to admit our guests on this side.
Perfect. We are admitting guests, you all. Wow. We are fancy tonight. Um, for everybody coming in, I'm so glad to have you. I'm also live on my YouTube channel, and I've got people from the UK, people from Canada, and people from the northern states watching. And I hope you all are excited about tonight because I'm just peeling a parsnip because we have to vote tonight on whether we're adding parsnips or rutabaga to this dish.
All right, you all heard the rules. We're going to be voting in a minute. Just a second to let you in. We'll make all the excitement happen. Welcome, everybody. Hope everyone's having a wonderful evening. We're chilly here in Ohio, so we're all buckled up.
Ooh, Ohio is chilly right now. Y'all have the deep snow. Yes. I do have a vote so far for parsnips. from the UK, and DJ is the music man is in here. I don't know his vote yet for rutabaga or Stephanie Prince. Welcome. I don't know if he wants rutabaga or parsnips, but they all go in this cream sauce, you all. That makes the magic.
I
So
like them both. You can't go wrong with me. I love parsnips. I'm a parsnip mashed potatoes every year. I like my turnips. What was the other one? What's the other vegetable?
rutabaga,
Rutabaga, that's right.
yes,
Take them all.
because
Good evening, everyone. Good to see you all. Hi, Joe. Hi, Sandy.
Hey,
hello.
Dad. How are you?
Well, I'm good. Everybody's fun here. It's a fun crowd tonight. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Press record. I always do that. And then introduce our guest. And then we'll show you where to find all their information. Are you ready, Olivia?
I'm ready, and y'all let me know if you can hear this over here too. Hey, Joan.
Recording in progress.
All right. Tonight you are in for a treat. Our guest chef is Laquita Marie Staton, a passionate culinary artist and health advocate who is dedicated to helping others shrink their waistlines and healthcare expenses. With a background in nursing and a love for cooking, Laquita brings a unique blend of expertise to the kitchen. Tonight, the chef is whipping up a creamy, green, and completely animal-free scalloped potato dish that's sure to delight your taste buds. We'll start by creating a versatile cashew-based cream sauce that can be used on a variety of dishes to transform simple potatoes and onions into a comforting and indulgent meal. How are you tonight, chef?
Hello, I'm wonderful. I have garlic in my hands, and thank you for that wonderful intro. I'm feeling good. I've got a lot of folks hanging out in the chat. How are you tonight, Chef Dale?
I'm doing great. I'm happy to be here. I'm always happy if I get to watch somebody else cook. So I'm perfectly happy, and my friends all know that too. I don't mind being the host. I don't have to cook, so I'm happy to be here. You guys, I'm going to show you, and I'm going to share my screen and show you guys where to find this information. And then when we come back, she's going to show her magic. So stay tuned. All right. So as you all know, most of you know this, that when you enter into CNS Kitchens, you are in the community feed. You can see where my arrow hand is over here on the left. You'll go up to the top of the page where it says events, and click on that. And I'm going to the wrong place. That's where you get to the event itself. Okay, but you also then go down to cooking class recordings on the left-hand side here. Oops, I did that wrong. I can tell it's the first of the year and I'm out of practice. Event recording. Cooking class recording. And go down here, cooking class recording. The first one is the most recent. And that is, if you click on that, it will take you to Chef Laquita's page, information about her, the class description, recipes, and then how to connect with her if you wish to do so after the event is through. So we hope that you'll support our chefs, support us in these endeavors, and that is that. That's where you'll find all the recipes, and at the very bottom, if you want to go back and listen to the recording again, you'll find it there as well. Forgive me for being out. I take 3 weeks off of vacation, and then all of a sudden I forget what I'm doing. Sorry. Laquita, the show is all yours, and I'll bring any questions to you in chat as they come up.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much for that. Everybody, I'm already chopping. I'm just prepping. So I'm going to point the camera down to the food that's on the table right now. So that way you can kind of visualize how this dish comes together. It's super simple, but most everything I cook it takes about 30 minutes to cook, maybe 45, give or take a few moments. And what happens is right now I'm chopping the garlic. So I'm just going to tilt the camera so that way you can see here. The garlic. I've got several cloves here, and this is about 3 cloves of garlic chopped. You all let me know, how many cloves of garlic should I add? Because I like a lot of garlic. Now, I'm a 1-pot person, so this pot right here is the only pot we're going to use tonight. This is the way I typically cook for my family, for myself, whenever I'm doing cooking demos. And the goal is to shrink our waistlines and our healthcare expenses. Now, really, it's to shrink our healthcare expenses. However, when we also shrink our healthcare expenses, typically, well, wait, no, when we shrink our waistline, our healthcare expenses go down, and vice versa. That's what I'm trying to say. They work in tandem. That's what I'm saying. If y'all are picking up what I'm putting down, put a one in the chat, put a yes, say I'm picking it up, put a mic in there, or mic drop. I don't know. I like to be interactive. So, this is another thing I'm doing. I want you all to see me. So, but I don't think I can fit in here with everything. Hey, Dr. Linda is here. Y'all,
Well,
Dr.
okay, you guys, if you want to put in the chat and vote on how many cloves of garlic you're going to add. I'm for all the cloves myself. JJ just sent a heart.
Thank you.
Dr. Linda Mitchell sends a mic drop.
Okay, and I see she said cloves of garlic. Now, I already have three chopped. So I can tell you right now, we're putting all three garlic cloves in. You can never have too much garlic, JJ. I'm with you. Um, I have a trash can back there, but I have a garbage bowl that I'm going to use. I don't know if you all do this as well. Just use the same bowl that you're chopping things from. Put the trash in there, and then you can just empty it, and you don't have to walk away so much. This is sticking to my fingers, the paper. So the garlic paper. So I have the garlic chopped. I'm going to also add an onion. The way this whole thing comes together is you have your garlic, you have your onion, you have your red lentils, and you put them in the pot with water. And then you also add either your rutabaga or your parsnip. So you all can let me know which one, rutabaga or parsnip in this dish. I've already kind of peeled and chopped some rutabaga here. I've peeled a parsnip. We can do half and half, but y'all can vote. It's time to vote. Cast your vote. Yes. While I chop this onion, cast your vote. Wait, what did I do with those 2 cloves of garlic? Did I just chop those and I wasn't paying attention? Did anybody see?
Jones says either one, both are new to her, and Dr. Linda says both.
Now, the reason why Dr. Linda is probably saying yes, oh, rutabaga is harder to chop. Yeah. And rutabaga is a tough vegetable. Parsnips are both, Karen. Okay. Thank you, Karen. Now, let me say this. I have had this knife for 20 years. So I have an Amazon shop. I promote this knife in there because this knife is the only one I use. It's a safe one. You notice it's actually a bread knife. This is not a knife for supposedly for this sort of thing. But even when I was eating all foods, or not all foods, I was eating a lot of stuff. Anything that walked or crawled, or if somebody cooked it, I ate it. Even when I was cooking those things, I was using this knife and it would cut through everything. So this knife is great. I'm going to chop this onion and it slices right through rutabaga. That's why I'm mentioning that. If y'all are saying half and half, I don't know. What are y'all saying? Rutabaga, parsnips, what do we do? I don't know.
People are saying both.
Okay, so I'll do a little bit of both. Now I'm going to go ahead and start my pot here. I do have a cooktop that is let me know if it's too loud. It kind of has a fan going along in with it. Here's the garlic. I knew I was missing that garlic. This cooktop cooks faster than my stove top, which is why I like to use it. So what I'll do here is I'm going to turn this a bit so you can kind of visualize as what I'm doing here. I'm just putting in water. I got this water from my water machine. You can use whatever water you typically use. And I'm going to put in maybe a half a cup. Now the recipe card, there is a recipe card, you all, because I tend to cook the way I cook. I tend to just put things in the pot. And so for this particular dish, it doesn't matter how much water you start with. You're just going to simmer your vegetables. I think the recipe says we're going to start with 4 cups of water. I really only put in maybe a cup and a half, 2 cups, just so that these veggies can simmer. And one of the reasons I chop my garlic first is so that way the allicin can be released. All those good beneficiary nutrients, okay? All the good nutrients, the things that are in there that help you, all the antioxidants and all those things, polyphenols, they all get released when you chop your garlic and you let it sit for a few moments. So here I have my rutabaga, and then I also have this parsnip. So this is about how much we'll add. We might add more rutabaga. We might add more parsnip. I don't know. But parsnips are a little peppery in flavor, so they really complement this dish. And the nice thing about this dish is it's one of those economical dishes that does not cost you a lot of money. If you all have any questions, just ask me. Hey, Kiara White, it does sound yummy as well. Y'all, I'm talking to Kiara. She is over here on the live stream because I'm also on my Superfood Parents channel. I do promote fruits and vegetables every spread. I'm always telling people, get your faves in. How many faves have you had today? Fruits and vegetables. That's all I'm asking. That's what I ask people in real life when I see them, strangers even. You know how you have those conversations in the grocery store and you'll say, where is this? And, oh, yeah, thank you for helping me find that on aisle 7 or whatever. And then you talk to them some more. They ask you questions, you ask them questions. And I always sneak it in, you all. Yeah, how many fruits and vegetables have you had today? I'm making sure I get as many as I can. It's just a great conversation starter. It's a great way to get people thinking, wait a minute, how many have I had? And then they realize, wait, all I had was some canned food or some processed food. Canned foods are okay, but fresh is best. And then frozen is great. And CNS Kitchens, they definitely will let you know, look, do not add that oil, do not add anything extra. All the real food, if it grows from the ground, it's going down. That's the way I roll. Okay. So this is how easy this dish is, you all. You pop everything in here, and then you see it's just kind of covered in water. So now that that is there, covered in water, I'm just going to cover this lid while I chop a few things after I add the red lentils, because the red lentils are the key to helping it to get creamy. So when we say we're going to add the red lentils, maybe the recipe says a cup, maybe the recipe says a cup and a half. You all check the recipe card for for specifics, because look, I don't know what I just put in here. I put in about a cup and a half. I don't know what I typically put in. I put in kind of what I'm feeling like. If I want it to be a larger dish with more sauce, I will say the red lentils will thicken the sauce. They give it that creamy nature. And I am using some nutritional yeast tonight, which is an optional uh, flavor boost. It gives you some vitamin B12, and there are some other nutritional benefits. But let's come back here. Where can we get the recipe card from? As Dr. Linda Mitchell is asking. Hey, Dell, can you help with that, Chef Dell?
Yeah, I put the link in the chat, guys, so it's right here. Follow this link.
So thank you, CNS Kitchen. Thank you, Dell. You all see in the chat, CNS Kitchens has put the link to the recipe card. And for the people over here, I'll add it to my website also. I'll add it to my website. It's just not there yet. Y'all know I'm turning 50 soon and very soon. While this is simmering, I'm just going to slice these potatoes thinly, because once these simmer, we're going to puree them smoothly. We're going to add the potatoes, and we will add the broccoli, and that's it. And then we let it simmer and we chat a little bit while it gets soft. So the broccoli is right here in this basket. Hey, Joan, she says, young hearts. All right, so we've got the broccoli sitting there as well. Let's see. So for these super scalloped potatoes, you don't have to slice them super thin. I'll show you about the consistency or the thickness that I sliced them. All right, so I'll tilt this back down. Yep. All right, so they're not super thin that way, just in case you forget. Sometimes you're doing a lot of things and you forget and you leave things in the pot a little bit too long, and the potatoes will get so soft. So that's why I don't slice mine so thinly. If anybody is a math guru, a visual engineer, and can tell me the thickness of these potatoes, I don't know. Are they a quarter centimeter? I don't know. Okay, so y'all hear that? We have Chef Dell, the professional chef here, saying, you said a quarter of a centimeter. What'd you say about this?
Quarter of an
quarter of an inch. So a quarter of an inch is what these potatoes are. I'm with you, Rambo Green Hands. Let's go. Let's get this done. So I'm going to show you guys in the pot because this is already simmering. Okay. Let me make sure that I'm showing you this because I want you to see the color as it changes for the red lentils. The nice thing about red lentils is you know when they're done, when they are beige, kind of translucent and all of that. Yeah, things happen fast. Like this is just cooking right up. Um, and you can see it good, good, good. I wasn't sure how this conveyed on this particular camera. So right now I'm just slicing potatoes. And like I said, this one thing that you can do with this sauce, you can definitely pour it over a twice baked potato. You can pour it over noodles. That's one way that I have a super mac recipe. And I do use some of the non-dairy cheeses when I do that. But I have a question I'm going to answer about this pot. But for this cream sauce, I've also made it without the non-dairy cheeses as well because I've had people that had allergies. So they couldn't have coconut oil. And the processed cheeses, they're processed, whether it's non-dairy, whether it's animal-free or not. And so one thing that helps your telomeres to last long is when you are eating less processed food. So if anybody in the chat can tell me what is a telomere, that would be an amazing birthday gift. I know what a telomere is. I want y'all to tell me. Telemere. Is that how you spell telomere, Chef Dale? Ooh. Hey, OG Patrice. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. I hope you all are enjoying this new kitchen. Speaking of new kitchens, ooh, end of the DNA strand, JJ is saying. I'm going to grab this basket because this basket has my potatoes in it. I typically keep this basket. I have a lot of baskets. This is a Senegalese basket from Senegal. And I didn't go to Senegal to get it. A friend of mine did. I wash my potatoes. I let them dry. I keep them in this basket because it's beautiful. And it's just a wonderful way to, celebrate your kitchen every day. So grabbing a couple of potatoes from there. So this pot right here, I'm going to go over what the telomeres are since JJ said it's the end of the DNA strand right after I talk about this titanium pot because Rambo Green Hands, he's in the UK. He's Jamaican and he asked, is that the titanium pot? Yes, it is. Because I'm cooking on a cooktop and it cooks a lot faster than my stovetop, you have to have a titanium bottom or whatever. It has to be a magnetic bottom. So I don't know if titanium is magnetic or not. I do know that the lentils are soaking up this water. So we're going to turn this down so we can show you all what's in the pot, okay? And that way you can kind of see the color of the lentils, and then we'll add more water as well, because that's going to help us keep this sauce creamy. So if you all are ready to look in the pot, just give me a thumbs up. I'll go ahead and talk about the DNA strand, the telomeres, while we look in the pot. Thank you, Joan, for the thumbs up. All right. So I turned this off just for a moment, and I'm going to show you. Now you see the color change from before when these were really red to now quite beige compared to the color they started. So we're going to just show everybody the difference, okay? And also the water is going away, so I'm just going to pour more water in. That's why the recipe tells you to start with so much water, because the lentils will soak up the water. I missed that chat. What did that last one say, Chef Dale? You can see it, right? And so the red lentils cook very quickly, because if you get the green lentils, you're also getting the red lentils. I kind of explain red lentils like brown rice. So, oh, that's your favorite water, Joan? Pure this 7-Eleven. You know what? I actually have that old bottle and I just refilled it from my water machine. I just like good water, but I think this is a distilled, no, this is purified. So the green, you know how brown rice, you take off the brown part, bronze, flat, powered God, you might already know this. If you take off the brown part, then you have the white rice inside. So the green lentils are the same way. When you take off the green, boom, you have the red. That's why the red cooks so fast. The same way white rice cooks really quickly. However, the nice thing about lentils is that they're so highly nutritious that you still get a lot of nutritiousness from the lentils. And lentils and beans and peas, they are going to help your telomeres. So let's talk about the telomeres. We said we're trying to keep our DNA strand together. The telomeres are like the end of your DNA strands. Think of it like a shoelace, and the end of your shoelace, your DNA strand is like a shoelace, and the end of it is frayed. Remember how when you were a kid, well, maybe y'all didn't have this, but I was always running around and playing and jumping and doing stuff. So the end of my shoelaces, the end that little plastic piece would come off, and then the end of them would get frayed. It would come undone. So that's how and then of course it was hard to thread. It was hard to lace your shoelaces, and life got tough, right? That's how your DNA strands are. At the end of them, there's a like a tight ravel. And when you look at people's DNA strands who have been living lives, maybe hard lives, a lot of stress, or just mental stress, physical stress, hardworking, but maybe poor diet, right? They aren't getting all of these living foods in them, and they aren't getting the fiber, the antioxidants, or whatever. Anyway, you will see an unraveling, okay? And so your birds chew your shoelace protectors now. Oh my goodness. Well, at least those are birds chewing real shoelace strands and not the end of your lifeline. But guess what? You can repair that, because if you're JJ, if your birds are chewing your shoelace protectors, the nice thing is that, well, the horrible thing is that you can't fix it. I think you can if you take it to a shoemaker, but typically you just buy another pair of shoelaces. When you're eating this type of food, it's like you're buying a new pair of shoelaces. It helps to repair, to tighten that ravel back up. So it's like your lifeline is longer. And I mean, of course, anything can happen. It's no guarantee, because, of course, you can walk outside today and something can happen today, like some sort of incident. But overall, if you are like T. Colin Campbell, the founder of CNS Kitchens, he didn't even start eating this way, plant power, plant forward, with that less processed foods, until he was an older man in his 50s. That could be you. I'm about to be 50. Y'all don't forget that, right? I got these knees and I can just drop it all down and bring it on up because I eat all this food and I don't get tired and all that good stuff. So if you want your knees to be great, if you want your life to be long, at least your DNA strands to show that your life is going to be long, include more of this goodness in your life on a more daily basis, okay? Any questions, please ask them. Dell, I don't know what you're seeing in the chat. If you have any questions over here on the live stream, if you want to hop on over to CNS Kitchens, I don't know if they can still pop in while it's going. You tell me, Shipton. Oh, if they come in, you'll let them in. So you all can stay here with me, or you can, get the best view forever. You know what? On my website, I don't talk so much about the DNA as much as I talk simply about, and thank you, Dr. Mitchell, for that compliment. I don't talk so much about the DNA as much as I simply talk about getting what you need, which is your fruits and vegetables every spread. That's what I really love. Just like Sylvia just said, I'm loving this. That's what I love. I love when people just get what they need, because then you don't have to have all these details and like explanations for people to really understand. Sort of like before I came on live with you all, I said, remember when we were all babies and we didn't take blood pressure medicine? And it wasn't because we didn't have access to it, right? We just didn't need it. We were brand new. We were perfect. We were good. Then we started doing things, right? We climbed a tree and we fell, or we were up at the top of the stairs and our sister pushed us down the stairs and we broke our left arm, right? That was me, not you all. But my point is, I needed a brace at that time, right? I needed something. But if you just do whatever you're supposed to do, because I was young and my body pretty much healed itself, I didn't really need anything. So I didn't need all those details. I tell people, keep it super simple. Fruits and vegetables are so healing. People are looking for like supplements. They're looking for options. You don't need them. You really don't need them. Now, of course, you can always take some foods that are like super good for you, right? I do promote spirulina. So on my website, I have spirulina pills, but I'm not saying just do those pills, because it's better for you to eat the whole food, the whole package. That's the best way to get everything. That's just the way it is. And I say that's just the way it is based on doctors like T. Colin Campbell. So, and there's quite a few other plant-based doctors that have their studies and that have healing stories. But a lot of folks are saying, hey, can we still say healing? Are we allowed to say that? Are we only able to say manage? How does that thing work? So yes, pills, powders, most of it's unnecessary in your opinion, Joan. Okay, good. We're on the same page. All right, y'all, let's get this going. I'm gonna turn this off so I can puree it because it's done, it's ready. I'm gonna season it up with a little bit of salt. I have a seasoning salt that I use, which is just adobo seasoning, and it has a garlic in it. It automatically has garlic, and what else? I can tell you all. Salt, garlic, of course, there's some anti-caking agents, black pepper. Now, black pepper helps the nutrients to travel to where they are going. All right, so black pepper is like a key of sorts. Oregano, which is powerful, as well as turmeric. So I have another question for you all. Here's the adobo seasoning. A lot of different brands sell adobo seasoning. It's basically just a seasoning salt. Okay, so I'm going to open this up, and I think on there I said put in 1.5 teaspoons. This might not look like 1.5 teaspoons, but remember, we're salting potatoes, which tend to draw in a lot of salt. Okay, so you might say, wait, that was more. It's not. I don't use a measuring spoon, but I've used one enough to know that was about 1.5 teaspoons. So for these scalloped potatoes, I'm going to show you the pot again so we can kind of see inside, see what's going on, so that you can see where the color is like super beige. Everything is like beige and white. So this is how you're going to get that creamy sauce that people are used to seeing. People really enjoy a white sauce. I'll show the folks over here on the live stream. They feel, like they need a little something too. So we'll give it to them. Thank you, Rambo. He's like, we don't measure. Exactly. When you're cooking, you put it in. But for recipe purposes, I got you all covered. I'm going to put some thyme in here once I'm done. And the only thing I'm adding right now is the nutritional yeast. I like the nutritional yeast because it gives, it thickens things up. This is a reused container, you all. I buy it in bulk. They're nutritional yeast. So this is not the way it comes. But I first had it on popcorn. So I'm putting in, I think, 1/2 cup. Y'all know that's more than 1/2 cup. It is. I just like the flavor of it. So this is my recipe, but the recipe card flavors it up nicely. I like a little bit more of a punch from the nutritional yeast. So now that we have that in there, all we have to do is puree it. I have an immersion blender, and this particular tool is my favorite. Let's see. I'm going to see if I can get you all seeing inside there a little better. Y'all can let me know how the view is. Say that again, Chef Dell.
You're good.
Perfect. Also, let me know how the audio is. If this is loud while I'm talking and blending, can you also hear me on the mic, or is it too much input for you all? You can be honest, because I can mute for this part.
Muting out the machine.
What's muting out the machine?
The Zoom mutes out your blender.
But you can hear me talking while the blender is going?
Yeah, we can hear you, but not the machine.
Really? Hey, okay. Well then, say that one more time.
You might have magic skills that I don't have, because it never does that.
You know what, too? Lifting it off of the surface helps. It might be the Shure mic. I don't know. Because I'm using a Shure mic. You all can kind of see it in the video. And yeah. I don't know. But as you see, this is fairly thick. There we go. There we go. Thanks for that input, Joan. So now all I have to do is add a little bit of water, so that way it becomes thin enough to cook the potatoes and be a sauce and not like a paste. Now, if you like it thick, this is where you can actually use it as a dip. So if you want a bean dip, this is a great dip. You can spread it onto bread. You can have a dip for other vegetables on a vegetable tray. So, y'all, you actually got three recipes tonight. There we go. Okay, you all, time for a taste test, right? All right. I think I missed some chats. What are they saying?
Not much. Just a heart and a couple of thumbs up and
Thank you.
all the love.
Oh, I appreciate it. Now, I'll be honest, I usually hit this. It's perfect right here. I'm going to touch it with a little bit more salt at the end because that way, once the potatoes get in, they can soak up some of the flavor and the broccoli as well. So I'm going to turn this back on. I'm going to add a little bit more water to thin it out some. I'll show you the consistency. So that way you all can kind of see. See right now, it's like a thick soup. And look, there's a chunk of something in there. Don't worry about the chunks, you all. It does not have to be super smooth because once the potatoes get in here, it's not going to be super smooth anyway. They'll think, oh, there's a piece of potato. So everybody will get lots of delicious surprises along the way. So I'm just going to turn this back on. I just turned the pot back on and set this to the side. Add a little bit more.